Man, check out this sexy monster. This is Joe's Juke, which I had the pleasure of having in my shop for about the past week or so. Did a multitude of services for him. Very, very appreciative for his loyalty. This is the second time that I've had this vehicle in the shop, and this time we really did a bunch of cool stuff. Go over the obvious stuff first, or not so obvious, I guess. I did a paint restoration on his hood. He apparently uses, in the past tense, machine car washes, those drive-through. So if we look up at the roof of the car, you can see a ton of scratches. It's really bad. So the hood looked really bad too. I did full sound deadening, inner and outer door skin on the front doors and the rear doors. We did the boost gauge installation is now a lot cleaner. His wiring used to just go through there, and that tube used to run down. So now everything just goes through the A-pillar. It's real clean. Also wired up correctly now, so comes on with ignition as it should, and also dims with headlights as it should. Put a sticker on it. That was without his permission. That's fine. I shaved the Juke emblem, so that's gone now. Also, I installed the spoon subframe collars and used this vehicle as the guinea pig, basically, to make the spoon collar installation video, and replaced all of the interior bulbs as well as like the reverse lights, map lights, stuff like that with LEDs. So that is all LED on this bad boy now. But the main big boy thing are these super sweet Gators. So these may look familiar to you. They were originally made for Andrew's Juke over in Texas. He recently just left the Juke occult and has now switched over to the Mercedes AMG grouping. They basically came back to me. I rehabbed them, took them back apart, cleaned up the insides, rebuilt them, remounted the projector, replaced the halos. Those were red originally. I replaced those with white halos that are now switchback, and also replaced the demonized. So I guess now the next point is to show you everything in action. So the first thing I want to show you is this is his actual running light circuit. The Porsche Panamera shrouds that I installed on his headlights previously are wired into the DRL circuit of the car. Now those are only on when the engine is running and the parking brake is off. So this is our complete running light mode. Everything running light is on. We've got the factory DRLs, we've got the Porsche Panamera 4-point LEDs, we've got the up front halo, that rear halo, and that strip does not light up. That strip is RGB. So we have a really nice, bright, pure white, except for the OEM DRLs. Those are more of a warm white, which is a bit of a pet peeve, but you know, that's a later project for a later time. Now we got our turn signal going. Again, the Porsche Panamera shrouds are a switchback, and everything up here is switchback. So that's switchback, switchback, switchback. Really awesome, impressive turn signal. Oh, you know what, another thing that I did? I blacked out his side markers, those guys. So tinted them and cleared them, so those look a lot slicker now. All right, now the engine is off, so I don't have to die of like carbon monoxide poisoning. If we hear the little siren go off, you'll know that the rest of this video will be me laying on the ground. That would be highly unfortunate. And I also want to point out that these Gators have a full retrofit in them. Those are the Matchbox projectors. So they are actually HID projectors, and they do perform. Now, before you get all up in arms about it or whatever, they are aimed super low. So if anything, you want to just consider them foreground lighting. But the idea is that, I mean, this isn't going to really show it off too well, but I mean, we got a lot of light here. We've got the full-sized MD2S projectors down there, and the Matchbox projectors running on H1s. Again, 35-watt ballast, 35-watt ballasts, so a stupid amount of light. But if the camera could pick up anything, it would show that it looked really cool. But instead, it's just really silly bright. There you go. See? Got that little kanji in there, too. Now, we've got the demon eyes down in the original headlights. That's previous. And then we've got demon eyes up in this top assembly, as you can see in the Matchbox, which is pretty cool. And we also have this RGB strip that runs the whole length of the Gator. And that is currently not on color cycle right now, but I can wiggle that around as desired as well. We can get a pretty badass light show going on in this thing, which is really cool. I like it a lot. The other option is that we can pick and choose our components. There you go. So now you can see all of the components in one shot. Look at that. Oh my god, so cool. So this was a really fun project. Like I said, I had it for about a week or so. Got a lot work done on it. And honestly, once he gets it back, I mean, between the sound deadening and the spoon collars, it's going to feel like a different car. It's going to drive very differently, be much quieter on the inside. It's going to look like a much different car as far as lighting is concerned, because he's got new fancy Gators up there that do cool RGB things, but also just the running lights are significantly improved, and as well as the boop is now blacked out, and his hood looks so much better. So we got a bunch of good aesthetics things going on for this, and performance things, audio things. You know, his sound system's going to sound better with the sound deadening as well. All around, just a super great package of different services that I offer. And so, again, very grateful for being utilized in such a way. I love working on Jukes. I love working on pretty much any car, to be honest, but obviously I own a Juke, so I'm very familiar with this platform, and I'm all about it. That's all I gotta say on this one, man. He's picking it up later today. Super excited for his reaction. And this is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. Holla at your boy. You have yourself a wonderful day. See ya.